What is poppin', everybody? It's your man, Clubboy Bales, and guess what? The Packers have officially clinched a postseason spot. How about that? Final score 34-0 in the first blowout of the entirety of the NFL season. The Packers were able to get things done as they delivered. I wouldn't say the offense delivered, but the defense is what really delivered today. Probably a great all-around performance as we basically took care of a team full of second stringers and not much of anything else. My game ball is going to go to the defense because there's not really one player on both sides who really had an outstanding game. However, the defense, led by linebackers Edgerrin Cooper and Eric Wilson, managed to really get everything going, and we managed to get some turnovers, do some great damage, and we were able to capitalize with our good run game that we had, and that was very important. Jordan Love was not as productive, but went 16-28 from the field, 26-29 from the field, 92 yards, a touchdown, was not sacked again. Even Malik Willis got some moments, getting a beautiful pass to Jaden Reed to pretty much ice the game. Josh Jacobs, 13 carries for 69 yards and a touchdown. Emmanuel Wilson, 11 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown. Chris Brooks, 6 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. Josh Jacobs also had 4 catches for 38 yards. Emmanuel a catch for 4 and Chris Brooks a catch for 2. The run game really showed its great poise. Christian Watson had 2 carries for 23 yards, but unfortunately suffered an injury that he had to leave the game. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but it just sucks to see him just being derailed with injuries, but everybody really contributed with running the ball today. Jaden Reed led the way, 3 catches for 76 yards. Tucker Kraft, 3 for 63. Dobbs, 2 for 20. Dontavian Wicks, 3 for 13, as well as the touchdown, and that is all she wrote. Edgerrin Cooper led the way, 10 tackles. Eric Wilson had 9. Devontae Wyatt, Keyshawn Nixon, and Brendan Cox all with a sack today. Keyshawn Nixon, the sack was a tackle for loss as well as a fumble that was forced and recovered by the Packers. That was obviously a big moment, and also the interception. This was his first career. Zane Anderson, who ended up getting the start due to injuries by Javon Bullard and Evan Williams. Zane Anderson gets his first career interception. 2-2 on the day for Brandon McManus, and Daniel Whelan only had to punt 2 times today, which were both punts that weren't even mostly far in our own territory. New Orleans had Spencer Rattler today. He went 15-30 for 153 yards, an interception, as well as 5 carries for 28 yards, as well as the fumble. The run game wasn't as much of a thing. Jordan Mims, 4 carries for 16 yards. Kendre Miller, 8 for 15. Jamal Williams, 3 for 8. Mims also had 5 catches for 16, and Miller had 2 for 16. Not much from everyone else. Foster Moreau literally led the way, 2 catches for 33. Dante Pettis, 2 for 31. Jawan Johnson, 2 for 27. Kevin Austin, 1 for 17. Cedric Wilson, 1 for 13. Not much from anything else. Demario Davis and Pete Werner, the linebackers, led the way up with a total of 19 tackles from the 2 pair. No sacks, but a bunch of tackles for loss by Cameron Jordan and Kalen Saunders, who obviously is good. And honestly, there was nothing on special teams for New Orleans because they obviously did not score any points. Packers, with their win, go to 11-4, clinching a playoff spot. However, they are still 2 games away from both the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Unfortunately, the Bears lost. It doesn't matter. Their season's over. But the Vikings and the Lions both got some statement wins. The Lions defeated the Bears at home. The Lions really took a statement win. With the Lions win, the Packers now do not officially have a chance at the division, which means the only thing that really is important is seeding and who we play. The thing is, you don't really want to be the 7th seed, and the fact is, right now, we likely could still be the 7th seed. Our division is so good right now, it's going to be close. And I feel like this is where it really comes into play. A road win against the Minnesota Vikings would be great, but I feel like, it is meaningless. Right now, you really just want to go into this with an open mind. Minnesota still is playing for the division. They get to host us next week. We're pretty much not really playing for much but a good seed at this point. So we're not really, we should go into this Minnesota game and think to ourselves, man, we can go in there and knock this team out. The game got flexed to 325 for a reason. This is going to be a very crucial game going forward. What could happen is we could beat the Vikings, but if the Vikings lose to the Detroit Lions, then we could actually take the 5 seed because we would have that positioning. That would be very important. Winning out would be very great. But the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings, that's going to be a huge game. That's probably going to be the last game of the entire season because I can't imagine two teams with two of the best records in all of football going head-to-head for the division would be definitely a great game to watch. But most importantly, the Packers, I just feel like, need to really put themselves in position. We clinched the playoffs. We have 2 more weeks just to prove we can win games. We got to play the Vikings, which would be on the road a great way to get a statement win. They have so much pressure right now, but we don't. So I feel like going into this game, it could be definitely different. And then obviously at home, we still have to face the Chicago Bears. I'm hoping that they don't take this game out of context. If we lose this game, then they're just going to be like not really giving a crap about it. And then if we lose to the Bears, that would just be like not a good way to enter the postseason. But I want the Packers to look at this and go, hey, we're in good position. We're going to go on the road and face a Vikings team that's really been hot as of lately. I know we lost to this team before, but this is different. We're not the team that was very staggered. We're a lot more free now. I feel like we're under control, and that's what's going to keep this thing going. Hopefully Josh Jacobs is okay and Christian Watson are okay. I think Josh Jacobs was just a little banged up, but I think they just held him out most of the second half just because the game was pretty much a blowout, and I think they just didn't want to force anything on his behalf. But that was great. A great way. We didn't have Bullard, Williams, Alexander, or Walker, in our defense, and we didn't need them. That we did not need them because clearly this was a smart move by LaFleur to just give them another week of rest going into later on in the season. Good job by the Packers. We officially, under Matt LaFleur, we have clinched the playoffs 5 of his 6 years. What a great way to kind of capitalize everything. Obviously, we got 2 more weeks, and it is Christmas right now. Obviously, got some time to think about some things. Enjoy time with your family. It's very important. Wishing you guys a blessed holidays and a happy new year because, there's a lot of games going next week, and I'll be probably making my predictions video at some point after this or tomorrow morning. We will see how this video uploads if this is fast. But anyways, if you like what you see, subscribe below, comment your thoughts, and as always, we will see you next time. Go Pack Go, and have a happy holidays.